11 laps to go now. Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series Coke 0400. It's about to get unreal. Right now, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in that Roush Racing number 17 Fifth Third Bank Ford has stolen the lead away from that white and green number 5 Hendrick Chevrolet of Casey Kane. Kane did a nice job leading the field single file for the majority of that run. Until Stenhouse, he got a few fellas together down on the inside line. Managed to bide their time enough, be patient, and now it's taken Stenhouse all the way up to the top spot. He led earlier in the evening. He's certainly looking good, in a good position here right now. 10 laps to go from the World Center of Racing, Daytona. Looks like Stenhouse, he's got Ty Dillon in that number 13, the Germain Racing Chevy, sponsored by Geico. They've always been a long-time sponsor for that team. And Ty Dillon is looking for his career best finish. His career best finish is, I believe, only a 12th. He was in the top 5 late at Dover until he got wrecked out in a multi-car wreck. And as a matter of fact, here goes Ty Dillon. He's going to try and go after the lead himself in car number 13. With help from Kyle Larson in that blue number 42. The Geico military scheme, I might add. Certainly a great cause to respect and adorn a race car with. Ty Dillon's doing a nice job with that as well. His brother Austin got swept up in a wreck earlier in the race involving Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr., as well as a few others. Oh, we got the 19 of Daniel Suarez. He got really high on the racetrack up into the wall that last time around out of turn 2. He's going to be dropping back in that 19 Subway Toyota. But now Dillon solidly in front. Now Kyle Larson throw his name into the hat of potential drivers that could pull off the win here. Kind of seems that lately this inside line has gotten more and more of an advantage for sure. And we heard Dale Jr. on his radio earlier in the race say, you know, the bottom really isn't the place to be. I hate it down there. Oh, gosh, Casey Kane, what a nice save there. But it'll cost he and the 20 of Matt Kenseth some time. Ty Dillon, Kyle Larson. How about David Reagan in the front row Motorsports number 38 Ford? Jimmy Johnson getting a little bit wiggly. And A.J. Allmendinger, Clint Boyer shoving his way through in the Stewart Haas Racing number 14 Ford. Anyway, Reagan vying for the 3rd position. He's a former winner of this race in 2011. That was his very first win. Oh, we got trouble! Car in the air. Kyle Larson. Ryan Blaney's involved. Massive air for the car. Number 42, Matt Kenseth. He's got a big piece of it now. Oh, Kurt Busch. Heavy damage to the front of the Monster Energy Ford. Darrell Wallace Jr. in the 43. He's caught up in it. Kyle Larson absolutely just endoed on the front straightaway. Can't quite tell who it was that made contact with him, but there's Larson. You know, with his sprint car racing background, he's certainly had a few airborne moments. Oh, and there's your Daytona 500 winner from this season, Kurt Busch. The Monster Energy Ford, number 41, all torn up in the front end of that machine. Now here comes the replay right there. You see Larson tried to, oh my goodness, that's insane air. He tried to get in front of Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and watch the air that he gets. That is insane. Oh, right in front of the 21 of Ryan Blaney. Man, several hard impacts taken by a lot of drivers here this evening. The first evening in July. You see the 42 wiggles a bit. He sees the 17 coming on the outside line, tries to cut him off. And look at that, just instantly goes there almost over the roof of the number 17 of Stenhouse. There you see Kenseth, Darrell Wallace Jr. lose it. Kurt Busch takes a hellacious hit into the outside wall in the tri-oval. Matt DiBenedetto, nice avoidance. Tough, frustrating end for several of these drivers. Thankfully for Larson, he didn't end up how Austin Dillon ended up 2 years ago at the finish of this very race. He set right back down on all 4 wheels. Matter of fact, we're going to go on board with him here. Check that out. He instantly took his hands off the wheel. knowing that, he was going to be headed for a bad impact. As he is one of numerous cars collected in this one. Again, he saw Ricky Stenhouse Jr. have a good run on the outside line. We're going to take a look from Ryan Blaney. That 42 just slams down onto the ground right in Blaney's path. Looks like Blaney, he finished second in the 500 to Kurt Busch in February, but both of those guys, their nights are done here. One more look at the 42, catching a lot of air on the front straightaway. Danica Patrick even slid through the gas. Gosh, just take a look at that 41 car slamming into the wall. Everybody just trying to find a place to go. And, the tri-oval here at Daytona, it's such a narrow slot of racetrack. Here we see an amateur view right here. Just right out from the flag stand. We'll see cars spinning everywhere. Hoping that they don't make too hard of an impact. Slow-mo again, 42 into the wall, trying to cut off the 17. All four tires off the ground over Stenhouse. Boyer in the 14 just got through by the skin of his teeth. Unfortunately, Blaney did not. The 43 of Darrell Walsh Jr., he loses it. Just, a whole bunch of good cars that could have contended for the win being swept up in this multi-car crash with only a single-digit amount of laps left to go in the Coke 0400. Now the field for the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series here in the Coke 0400 at Daytona. Coming for the green-white checkered restart, just a 2-lap sprint to the finish. We got the 38, the Front Row Motorsports Ford of David Reagan in the lead, or he will be scheduled as the leader. He's got a win here in 2011 in this very race, so we'll see if he'll be able to have a nice shot to do it again. There you see Ricky Stenhouse and A.J. Allmendinger. Michael McDowell in the number 95 Levine Family Racing having a great run. Jamie McMurray, Clint Boyer, along with Chris Buescher and Ryan Newman. The top 10 pace car is down onto pit road. They're going to take the green flag for the restart. Let's go in to see what happens. Reagan with a good advantage ahead of the Geico Military number 13 of Ty Dillon, but Dillon might have a good advantage from the 47 of A.J. Allmendinger. That bottom line powers back once again. Reagan and Stenhouse, a couple of Ford drivers, helping each other out. Stenhouse won at the last restrictor plate race at Talladega for his very first career win. Will they make it at least a half lap through? It looks like they will. Reagan with a clear advantage out front. Chris Buescher making his presence known in the number 37. Reagan going up to block. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. has now gone down on the bottom to take the lead. Keep it together, boys. Don't mess this one up just yet. Coming down for the white flag right now. Ricky Stenhouse looking to make it back-to-back restrictor plate wins. Michael McDowell in a fantastic second-place run. Ty Dillon in third. White flag is waving. One more lap. Oh, Chase Elliott spinning around in the background, but that should not matter. We are still under green. Stenhouse still in command. Paul Menard is also joined the party as well. Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Paul Menard. And it's almost making me run short of breath. It's making my heart stop doing this. Paul Menard. Clint Boyer in the number 14 for Stewart Haas Racing. He's in this mix as well. 2 more turns to go. Stenhouse, can he make it back-to-back on restrictor plate races? They're rolling through 3 and 4 pretty clean so far. Looks like they're going to make it happen. And out of the first turn, Menard gets bumped, but it's not going to matter. The number 17, fifth third bank forward, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. gets the job done in the Coke 0400. A sick performance by Ricky Stenhouse Jr. It's his second career win, second win of the season. See the rest of your top 10 on the screen. But there's the Roush Fenway Racing number 17 team. They get to celebrate big tonight. Gonna be very happy to grab a win at the World Center of Racing, and so too is Ricky Stenhouse. Getting congratulatory wave-bys by Ryan Newman and David Reagan, as well as Brendan Gaughan. But he managed to lead a good bit earlier tonight. found his way back up into the lead for the restart, and then took it away from both David Reagan and Ty Dillon. And the driver of that, number 17 Ford, getting a second career win. And Roush Fenway Racing, they got a whole bunch of momentum now going into the chase for the championship. Coming at the end of the season, they'll feel a lot more confident to head down into that. You got your finishing order on the bottom of the screen. Michael McDowell gets a solid 4th place finish. Brendan Gaughan in the Beard Motorsports, number 75, he gets 7th. Eric Jones is the highest finishing rookie in 9th. Corey LaJoy with a fantastic 11th place run. Matt DiBenedetto, after cutting a tire down earlier, he finishes 13th. Oh, and shame for Ty Dillon. He fell all the way back to 16th on that restart. He couldn't do much. But Stenhouse smoking the rear tires on the front straightaway on the front stretch lines. Giving a good smoke show and fireworks show for these eager and excited fans here at Daytona. Stenhouse, certainly a job well done. He'll pull into victory lane soon as the fireworks continue to explode on this beautiful night. Certainly glad the rest of the show got in pretty good.